last time on Dragon Ball Z. Oh wait, that's the wrong story.
Oh shit.
Different series.
Are we starting?
Looks like it.
Anyway, first book is The Ice Limit by Preston and Child, and I've actually read this one.
Oh.
Let's see how inaccurate the description is. When an ancient meteorite is discovered in Chile, museum owner Palmer Lloyd leads an impossible mission to excavate the rock, but his actions may lead to untold disaster.
The rock?
Yes.
Oh, did it?
The ancient meteorite.
Oh, meteorite. Okay, I missed meteorite in your first description.
Yeah. That's not so bad. They make it sound really basic because, okay, there's that, which sounds like the minimal level of excitement,
Right.
but most of the book isn't about them getting to it. Most of the book is about the rock fucking defies science.
Oh.
They have trouble. They're trying to transport it back is what most of the book is about. And sometimes it makes things explode. Yeah, it is some kind of magical meteorite, but this is like, oh no, it's gonna be hard to find.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, okay, so I guess part of it is like they don't want to tell you most of the book, so they're just going to tell you the first like 1/3 of it or whatever. But yeah, that definitely implies that the entire book is just them getting to the meteorite.
And they don't know what it is or what it's made out of, so every time they try to do science to it to figure it out, it like messes up. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So I liked this book, and if you guys want to borrow it, you can. It's also called The Ice Limit because it's in southern Chile. So it is like basically Antarctica. Claimed.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
oh boy,
we-
that is in your face torso.
There's the torso.
Dramatic lighting torso. When his new boss makes a pass at him,
Been there.
Chad has no idea what to do. What could the dominant and ruthless Peter want with him? Two alphas together
you know
can't
what you
work.
do? You hide
Yeah,
under
right?
the table and you roll up into a ball and laugh
Yes,
hysterically.
you hide under the table and you cry while your friends take pictures of you and
cry,
post them on
laugh
the internet.
hysterically. It was a mix of both when I crawled under the table, okay? It was a mix of both.
Yes, and I definitely
I
took
know.
a picture of
Everybody
you.
had it
and
as their
Brian
Facebook
and Jake
profile.
Definitely changed it as their
Yes,
profile.
everybody had it
picture.
as a profile picture for a while. That's what you do. You climb
Yes.
under the table and you freak
Brian
out.
and Jake, and then somebody
Right.
else I didn't know.
Chad, take note.
Pledges.
Pledges.
Oh
So
boy.
excited.
Featuring sexy college boys at play, this steamy collection gives a whole new meaning to brotherhood. Ew!
What?
Full of deliciously naughty encounters from paddlings to student-professor trysts. The fuck? Like, clearly I should have joined that frat in college that wanted me. That just sounds like a barrel of fun.
Like a barrel of
Paddling?
monkeys, a barrel of fun.
That's the actual international unit for fun, barrels.
Yeah, it really is.
Fun is up to $4 a barrel.
It
these
is.
days.
It's super fuck all expensive. Back in my day, it was a penny. You could just get barrels everywhere. They were congregating
They
in
would
the
just hand them
streets.
out.
Yeah.
Everyone had like 3 extra barrels of fun behind the garage, too. The Mark of the Tala. Andromeda is the overlooked middle daughter of the High King, and she prefers it that way.
Good.
But when a mysterious man introduces her to a legendary land that makes her its queen, Andy's world will spin out of control.
She goes by Andy.
Yep.
That's kinda
with
cool.
an I. Andromeda is kind of a fancy name, so I understand
Yeah.
why she'd shorten it.
Well, especially if she's totally okay with being ignored.
Yeah, it sounds like she wants to be normal.
Yeah.
Which is also really funny because it's like, here's Narnia, you're the queen now, and she's like,
Just like that
"What?"
little
She's
comic
like,
that I read of
"Please
the
no."
girl who was born with the pink hair, and they're like, "You're an anime character," and she avoided everything the entire comic.
The Remains. Twin sisters Rebecca and Molly Underhill were abducted as
There's a house in
children.
this one.
30 years later, Rebecca, an art teacher, is unnerved by strange texts
What?
and a student's paintings that mirror her own nightmares.
That doesn't sound awful, actually.
My art teacher, probably my art gave her nightmares.
Yeah, probably.
She hated all of my shit.
Well, who wouldn't?
I mean, yeah, on one hand it was bad, but on the other hand I'm like, I like spooky things, and she's like, can't this be nice? 2 flowers.
And you're like, it is nice.
And I'm like, this is it needs more blood. My poetry was like that too. English teacher's like, write a poem, and I'm like, blood everywhere. And then they're
am I
like-
allowed to rhyme blood with blood?
And they're just like, why don't you write about kittens? And I'm like, kittens full of blood.
Kittens full of blood.
How We Began. 6 authors explore the beginnings of love in this sweet anthology. Whether they're about finding a spark with someone unexpected or starting a new chapter with an old friend, these stories evoke the special thrill of budding romance.
Ooh.
Aw, it's sweet torsos.
Well, I guess sweet torsos are better than hidden torsos. I'll take those over hidden torsos any day.
And actually, this cover is butts. This isn't even torsos. It's butts.
And they're holding hands. Look at those butts hold hands.
Aw, butts holding hands.
Those are the sweetest butts.
Guilty hearts. Butts. Catherine has long questioned her sexuality, and when she meets beautiful Rachel, she finally gives in to her feelings.
Ooh.
As they explore their erotic connection, they find their love deepening, but Rachel has a secret that could tear them apart.
What is it?
She's actually straight.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm like, yeah, no, that sounds legit.
Or, plot twist, Rachel has a penis.
Does that make
And then
her...
neither of them knows what to do. They're like, are we lesbians? I think we're lesbians.
I mean, if Rachel identifies as a girl, they'd be lesbians.
Right.
So...
And it sounds like she does. Breeds. Something strange is happening to Amherst Cove. Deep in the heart of winter, dogs are disappearing,
Oh.
and naked footprints emerge in the snow.
No. Yep, that's concerning.
There was a line break after naked, so I was like, what is the next word? What is the next word? And then it was footprints, and I'm like, footprints don't wear clothes.
No, they really don't. Because if you were, well, I guess...
They'd be like bare footprints.
Yeah.
I know what it means, because it's not shoe
Well, no,
prints.
because when you say footprints, I always think bare anyway.
Yeah, because they're footprints. They're not shoe prints. Perfect Days.
I like
I
the
like
cover.
this cover.
Yeah.
The moment loner Tio meets Clarice, he's enamored, but his crush soon spirals into obsession.
Oh dear. So who's the main character?
I don't know, but I kind of want this. It is dollars. For some reason, and I think it's just how the cover is, but it reminds me of Tampa.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I like this box that is suspiciously flesh-colored.
Right, yeah, and it took me a really long time to figure out it's a suitcase. Because at first I thought it was a fancy cigarette box. It looks tiny.
Yeah, I mean, I figured out it was a suitcase pretty quick, but, like, no, they are definitely implying some, there's some strong implications there.
Of flesh-colored boxes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Does it get scary?
The first sentence is 0 to 60. Like,
Ooh, sweet.
a twisted young medical student kidnaps the girl of his dreams and embarks on a dark and delirious road trip across Brazil in the English language debut of Brazil's most celebrated young crime writer.
Holy
That has
shit.
nothing to do with the description we just read.
No,
from
that definitely does not. In fact, it sounds better.
I know, right? I'm like, what?
That is going on my list.
Teo
going on the
Avalar
list?
is a loner. He lives with his paraplegic mother and her dog in Rio de Janeiro. I don't even need to read the rest of the sentence.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it. I need this.
Oh my god, and the only time he feels honest human emotion is in the presence of his medical school cadaver.
Oh my god!
That's the rest of
This
that
is
sentence,
amazing.
Kenya.
This is amazing. Next is The Cage. 5 teens wake up in a human zoo run by an alien race in this, quote, thrilling science fiction adventure.
There's a lot of alien zoos going around.
Yeah, we've had a lot of them lately.
Yeah.
And also that bullshit romance that I read not too long ago.
Yeah, that one too.
That was redundant.
Right?
Bullshit is implied.
Bullshit romance, yeah, redundant.
Day 0. Wanted for murder, Special Agent Jericho Quinn flees the country with his daughter, but when a passenger on Quinn's flight to Russia is murdered and a bomb is triggered,
Oh, dear Lord.
survival becomes a lot more complicated.
I'm sure, especially considering there's a bomb involved.
Right, I'm like, if your flight explodes, I feel like living is very difficult.
Right? That's okay, it was on a flight, they said?
Someone on the flight is murdered and a bomb is triggered.
Okay, if a
So
bomb goes off
maybe
on
a
the
bomb is-
plane.
Maybe a bomb is triggered, so maybe somebody on the plane set off a bomb, but maybe the bomb wasn't on the plane.
Okay. Or maybe the bomb is from Tumblr. Hashtag winter.
Agatha H. and the Airship City. We've had Agatha H. before. We didn't like her name
Yeah, there was something about her name I didn't like.
because her last name is Heterodyne.
Right. Yep. Nope. Still don't like it.
In a what-if Europe of the Industrial Revolution, young student Agatha must unleash her inner mad scientist to thwart a ruthless tyrant. See, this time they learned they didn't throw her last name in, so they wouldn't deter readers.
They must be listening.
They must be. Like one of our views is someone who works for BookBub,
And
and they're
like,
like,
"Oh,
shit,
shit."
we better step up our game.
Right? Like,
They're
you're
starting to
onto
catch
us.
on to our shit.
They're on to us. Fuck.
You'd think they'd stop sending me books.
You'd think. If they could figure out who you were, I'm sure they would.
Andersonville. At the height of the Civil War, a mysterious man infiltrates a notorious Southern prisoner
I thought
of
you were
war
going to say
camp.
novella, and I was like,
No, I've stumbled over infiltrates and couldn't get it together.
No, that's okay. Of all of the places to stumble, that was a good place.
Only to discover things far more terrifying than his worst nightmares.
Oh.
So, very generic way to tell you this book is spooky.
Yeah, spooky, spooky book.
Better Off Dead in Deadwood.
I hate everything about that cover.
Me too, especially because the phrase is better off dead, so you don't cross out a different word and write dead as if you are changing an existing
phrase, right?
The phrase is better off dead. It would be the other way around. You would cross out dead and write words that rhymed with it. Hold on tight for a hilarious mystery starring Violet, Spooky, Parker, and the town of Deadwood. Can this sassy single mom solve a murder without stepping on the toes of a crabby detective or disturbing the town's
cozy
ghosts?
voice.
I didn't use my cozy voice because it's tagged as supernatural suspense.
That's bullshit.
That is absolutely bullshit.
That
This
is
is not allowed
16
to be in
different flavors of bullshit.
This is not allowed to be in the same genre of dying for a living. Go get out of here.
Right? Yeah. Not allowed. Unacceptable. Where's my lemon grab? Unacceptable.
Lying out loud. Sunny is a world-class liar. When she starts pranking Ryder over email, there's one thing she doesn't count on. Falling for him.
Oh, Jesus.
Can she come clean, or will her lies finally catch up to her? I can't. I
Yeah,
can't with this. I don't
no.
even want to say English words because I am...
All of it is terrible. Everything is awful. Nothing is awesome.
Cyberbullying. Now we're in love.
Lol.
Dead medium. Dead whoever invented this font and tried to center it. Look at the MED. They're all intersecting and they don't know what to do with each other. Like, this font needs help.
I want more books that are puns on mediums, because there's so much that's like pure gold and not enough people use it.
May is a dead medium, a rare ghost who can communicate with the living. She's in high demand among spirits who want their voices to be heard, but there's also an evil force that's interested in her powers.
Actually, that's kind of a neat concept, even though I hate it. Like,
Same. Yeah, I know what you mean.
that's a neat concept. I like the idea of there being like opposite mediums instead of humans that like living people that can speak with ghosts. You have dead people.
You have a
that
ghost who can
speak
cross
with living people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that
It's
idea,
backward.
but I kind of hate everything about this book, so I don't know what to say about it.
Yes. You nailed it. We can move on.
Yeah.
Yay.
Einstein's secret. Convinced that Einstein made a confession on his deathbed, Jacob has devoted his life to uncovering the secret. After years of failure, he's ready to give up, until a final hint reveals that time travel is real and the past is changing on its own.
Oh, how? Wait, how?
I don't know.
We gonna find out.
I haven't finished Stephen Hawking's book yet, so I don't know.
You don't know how
I
time
will
travel
find out.
works yet. I'm sorry.
No. Though he did say that Einstein's later confession was that he regretted making the mistake of adding a universal constant because, the cosmological constant, because he was like, well, if the universe stays in one place and all this other shit is moving, there has to be... So he added in a number to all of his calculations
Right.
and then realized that he was kind of wrong because the universe wasn't stationary.
Right.
Well, this cover features an attractive man who is upside down on the floor.
He is. He is on the ceiling. That man is on the ceiling.
Oh, it has become a hit show on Fox that I've never heard of. Ethan is sent to Wayward Pines, Idaho to locate 2 missing federal agents, but something terrible is lurking behind the picturesque veneer. That was a lot of words there at the end. Fancy words.
Wayward Pines sounds super familiar, and I'm not sure why.
It's a show.
Well, I know, but I don't have TV, so...
Actually,
It's on...
it's a major television event.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it's even a show.
Is it a show, or is it one of those, like,
It's an
3-day...
M. Night Shyamalan series.
Oh. So it's either okay or awful.
Abducted. When Lizzie was just a teenager, she was the only victim of the Spider-Man serial killer to escape with her life. Now, 14 years later, the deranged murderer has resurfaced, of course, with one thing on his mind: revenge.
Of course.
Spider-Man's already a thing, you don't get to use it. Because literally the entire time everybody's going to be thinking you're friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, which now that I'm thinking about it is hilarious. Go ahead and do it.
You only get one.
Yep.
Like, she's walking around terrified of Spider-Man, but I'm just gonna be thinking least threatening Spider-Man too, like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, like the one that cries.
The one that cries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire always looks like he's on the verge of tears.
Yeah, it really does.
The Spiral Staircase.
This
In an
sounds familiar.
idyllic, isolated part of the country, 8 people spend the evening in a luxurious home, and one dangerous stranger lurks in the shadows. This sounds like the 7th guest. Caretaker Helen tries to protect herself from the unseen killer as tension mounts and guests vanish. There were a lot of different covers for this, and a lot of them looked like old movies. So there might be...
I was going to say, that kind of adds to the theme that, like, it sounds like an old movie, like an old story.
Yeah, like an old whodunit or something.
Right.
Yeah. Oasis. Theo lives in Oasis, an idyllic society free of violence and death, and the last civilization on Earth. But when Theo begins hearing the voice of a girl named Foe, his seemingly perfect world begins to crumble. It's either Foe or Foe. It looks like Phoebe, but somebody stopped in the middle.
P is in Phoebe, H is in Hebe. Sorry. That's always what I think of anytime somebody says Phoebe.
I know. My precious one. Abandoned by her father, Tazy barely knows her half-sister Willow until family ties bring them together at last.
Aw.
I thought I'd get rid of these. I specifically told them to stop sending me boring ones.
Is that literary fiction?
No, I got rid of literary fiction,
That's
but
what I
this is
mean.
bestsellers and women's fiction.
Oh.
This is for bitches.
See, now
This is for bitches.
they're tagging it as other things.
to get around. They're like, no, we're gonna send her the boring ones still. They're
She'll
gonna
never
start
know.
like tagging them as mysteries and action and adventure, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Why does this sound so dumb?
Oh, because it is.
They're gonna be
Yes,
like, well,
okay.
we can do other tags. Yes. instead of these 3, we'll do 3 other ones.
Gateway to Fourline. When Natalie discovers a peculiar door that leads to a magical world, she must embark on an adventure to save an entire kingdom and grapple with her feelings for a handsome Ravelsaurus.
I like the cover too. Stupid synopsis. Stupid synopsis.
They didn't even try. Brownies and broomsticks.
Oh boy, it's about to get
This one
cozy.
can't fool me.
Hold on,
This
hold on,
one's tagged correctly.
Hold on, I gotta do this thing.
Katie works in her aunt and uncle's charming honeybee bakery, where a little magic goes a long way to make the recipes extra special.
Oh boy.
When a customer is murdered outside their store, Katie must transform from baker to sleuth. I thought she was literally transforming, and I was like, holy shit, she's a magical girl. To clear her uncle's name. Luckily, she has a spell book on her side. Yay! That one's magic and
So
bakeries.
it's basically
this is
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes.
Wait, did she work at a bakery and or jakery?
Yes.
Did she?
Oh.
I have no idea if she
I-
actually did.
Oh. I was little, so I don't know.
I never
And-
watched the show.
I was little and it wasn't animated, so
Who cares?
IDGAF.
That's how I work now, actually.
Fair. Thicker than blood. In a world overrun by the undead. Next.
You're right.
Winterwolf. On her 18th birthday, Catalina's life changes forever.
Oh boy.
Now she must navigate a warring world where her only chance at survival is embracing her deepest secret. She's a pure-blood wolf shifter.
Oh.
Her status may save her life if she uses it wisely.
I see.
Wolf shifter.
I wish there was a word for
Wolf
that.
shifter.
It could be werewolf. It may, in fact, be werewolf. Sarah's very upset about this.
Wolf shifter. Ah. That just sounds weird saying it. Wolf shifter.
I appreciate, though, that they told us what the secret was. We're always like, well, they have a secret, but I guess we don't get to know what it is, so that makes everything sound really
the
generic,
cover
you
kind
know?
of throws it, like, kind of hints at it, I guess. It has something to do with wolves, obviously.
And the title, yes. But what I mean is, like, usually they're like, so-and-so has a dark secret, and that's it. And then you're like, oh, okay, but the secret is what makes the book unique?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what we touched on with the meteorite in the ice limit, where it's like, okay, they can tell you that it's there, and you're like, all right, but then if they told you, if they gave away a little bit of the like fun stuff, that's what makes it stick out in your mind.
Well, right.
So props to this one for being like, well, here's the secret, she's a wolf, because then you're like, okay, that's not giving too much away, but at least it has something to go on. Instead of like, she has a secret at the
What
end.
does that say? In the light of the fire, the something surrounded her, teeth and
The wolves
bites and
The wolves
snarls.
surrounded her.
Teeth and bites and snarls. That's interesting. Nah, don't push that button, because then you turn off my computer.
Mama.
That would be bad times.
No, don't push that button.
Brightness falls. Not to be confused with darkness falls. As Russell makes a power play at work, his marriage to Corinne, once rock solid, begins to crack. A startling and perceptive examination of the dark side of ambition.
Ooh.
No, why? This is literary fiction. Why didn't it go away? Gonna have to have a talk with Book Club.
Author of Bright Lights.
They obviously aren't listening to you.
Skeleton Justice, which is what we will call it after the Skeleton Wars when we trial the humans for war crimes.
I was gonna say for their blasphemy.
Yes.
I'm a bit of a zealot.
Look out, fleshies. We're coming for
Flesh
you.
bags.
Pathologist Dr. Jake Rosen and attorney Manny Manfreda. Ew.
Gross. It's like Paul Palmer. Like, no.
Are on the hunt for a blood-obsessed criminal known as the capital V Vampire. This is just getting terrible and terribler.
No. It's getting it's getting just as bad as me having to lick hot sauce off of my mouth.
When the attacks turn murderous, the pair must find a link between the victims to catch the depraved killer. That doesn't sound
Sarah, you gonna be okay?
I'm going to start crying. Hang on.
You're gonna be okay, Sarah? I don't think she's gonna be okay. Dante, you need to help her.
Oh my god. The next book.
Sarah can't take it.
Goodbye. Dreamcasters, light.
Oh my god.
When a prank goes terribly wrong, high school student Chastity learns that she is a dreamcaster, meant to live in a different world.
Oh.
In a place where one wrong move could doom her to the realm of nightmares. Will she survive? It sounds like a shit place. I don't want to... You need to be able to make mistakes.
But there's a Pegasus in there. And a flying turtle.
Holy shit, that changes everything. There's a fucking Pegasus in
flying
there.
We were
Turtles.
talking about that. There are not enough Pegasi.
Yes,
We were
ever,
seriously
anywhere.
just talking about that.
And it
That's all
And
we
also
care
a
about.
hummingbird.
it looks like a flying turtle.
Is it a hummingbird?
I think
turtle?
that's a turtle.
Maybe.
There's two hummingbirds and a turtle-looking thing, and then that one looks like a figure skater. Well, damn, never mind. One wrong move could banish you to the shadow realm, but there's Pegasus is there.
Yeah,
so
we don't.
that's
I don't know how to. I don't know how to. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do about this.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Listen,
Too much Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadow Realm Pegasus.
Oh my god, stop being such a fucking weeb.
I
Jesus.
can't help it. Okay, you know what? The cover looks like a tampon commercial, and then I read the title, and I was like, wait a
Guaranteed to
minute.
bleed.
guaranteed to bleed. That's literally what I thought too.
Ah.
I wanted this to
Full
be
circle.
about, like, menstruation. I really did. In this captivating... Oh, excuse me. In this captivating murder mystery, Kansas City socialite Ellison Russell stumbles upon a dying boy who needs her to deliver a message, and she vows to catch his killer. Wait, he's not dead yet?
Wait, what?
He's a dying boy and needs her to deliver a message. So she's like, okay, I'm a detective, not an EMT.
I will go
Right.
catch the person who is killing you.
Yes, I'm going to find your killer, kid who isn't dead. I'll get him.
Maybe he was dying at the time and he is currently dead.
Well, yes, because it's the way the sentence is written.
Right,
It's
yeah,
like
no,
she
I got
finds
it.
the dying boy and immediately goes and does something else instead of trying to save him.
She's like, oh no, a dying boy!
I
The boy
need to
gives her the
find
message.
this
She's like,
mystery.
I shall deliver a
And
message!
he's just like there, like fingers like, help, 911, please. First,
Should I put you 911, please? Where are you going?
Tell my mom I love her, and she's like, "Will do,"
She's like,
and
wait,
just leave.
wait, before you go, wait, come back.
I meant if I don't make it, but okay. Should have specified. Sorry, my bad.
It's kind of hard to speak right now. I got things in my throat.
I think it's blood,
Also-
maybe my liver. I don't know.
Also, for real science question, would the plants be changing colors from the blood, or is that just too much TV?
what?
The body
What?
in the dirt, does that affect the way the plants look?
No, because it would make them grow better once the body decomposed.
Yeah, they'd grow like
Because
crazy.
they love dead shit. But the things that would make plants colors are mostly artificial.
Right.
Or it's like if the soil's acidic or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
But still, that
soil
would be
quality
very subtle.
will do it. So will insect activity actually. But
So, yeah, plants will change color if they're doing better or worse, and bodies will make them do better. So technically, yes, but it's not going to be like, all these flowers are red because there was blood here.
right, these flowers that should be white soaked up the color of the blood. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way.
That's what I wanted to know.
That would be kind of hilarious.
I kind of wish it did.
Like
Killers would be
anything.
like, man, we wouldn't be able to plant this body here. There's white
I want it
flowers.
to be anything. I want to be like walking along and be like, oh no, I tripped and dropped all my soy sauce and now I have all these black roses.
Yes, yes,
Stop it.
yes. I want soy sauce smelling and colored roses.
I'd be hungry all the time, but I would be goth as fuck.
Kay or Kenya and Katie, I got you a rose to match your soul.
Soy sauce, my favorite.
I specifically put on extra black eyeliner so when I'm crying, my tears are black.
Soy sauce is the color of your soul.
Very, very dark brown.
Change the past. By Bobcat, you're fucking.
By Bobcat, and look at that torso. Look at that. Look at that torso.
Great second.
It's over there. It's over there.
Kelly is less than pleased about being forced to move in with her aunt in Florida until she meets cute, smart Scott. But when they embark on a journey through time with his best friend Austin, Kelly will have
His
to make
best
a series
friend,
of...
quotation marks.
Oh my god,
Yes,
she's totally
his
shipping
best
them
friend.
the entire time, too. She's just like, do it.
Well, I am. There's a torso on the front. There's gotta be fags.
That would be hilarious if, like, the whole time she's like, maybe I'll hook up with Scott, but then, like, Scott and Austin are way interested in each other, but she's completely oblivious. Like,
Yeah.
she has no idea.
She's like, man, they spend a lot of time in the bathroom together.
Or she's, like, trying to flirt with Scott, but he's making intense eye contact with Austin the entire time, and she's like, huh, he does this weird thing where he doesn't look at me when he flirts with me.
Like
He must be
ever.
shy."
Look, they're time shifters. They can just be friends with the wolf shifter.
She's still very
Yes,
upset about
They're
this.
time shifters. They turn into time.
They shifted the time.
That's their secret. That's their secret.
Lost and found. Oh, we're hitting the free ones.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
September Day is hoping for a fresh start in
Nope.
Texas.
Did she move to Austin?
No, but Scott did. Endangered. When teenager Sophie arrives at an animal sanctuary in the Congo, she's surprised to bond with baby bonobo Otto. But civil war looms, and soon Sophie and Otto must fight for their lives.
Oh boy. That's upsetting.
Oh, that's teen.
Huh. There's no boys involved. I don't know what to do.
I was confused. Well, I guess maybe Monkey is boy stand-in.
Oh, okay,
She
fair.
has something to take care of, so
Well,
she doesn't have
she has
to worry.
something to define her.
Yeah, she's motherhood, so she doesn't have to be sexually interested in anything. She's got a
Okay,
baby to
got
take
it.
care of.
Wanna watch the
Secrets and revelations. As the small town of Bellingwood gears up for its annual festival, Polly has her hands full. But in between judging the literary competition and dealing with the unpleasant head of the quilt show, oh my
It's
god,
back!
She should probably get a quilt inspector.
Polly stumbles across a dead body.
Uh,
Can she solve the case before someone gets hurt? What the fuck kind of cover is this? Nothing about this cover indicated that it was going to be a cozy about
Quilty
quilts.
cozies. I hate quilts. Books have taught me to hate quilts. I just want everybody to know that.
Oh, the next one is an Agatha Christie.
I do like Agatha Christie.
And then there were none.
I've heard of that one. Well, I mean, duh, because it's Agatha Christie, but still.
Invited to a secluded island, 10 guests share the darkest secrets from their pasts and begin to die one at a time.
Well, yeah, the Agatha Christie.
I'm
So,
sensing a theme here, though. I feel like we've had a couple of books that were the book equivalent of a slasher flick.
well, Agatha Christie wrote slashers before they were slashers.
Right, but it's like they've all been very number of people show up to place, then they die. Not saying it's wrong, just saying we're getting quite a few of them. The Singing Bone. As a teen, Alice joined an increasingly sinister cult. An experience that ended in unspeakable violence. Did they do a cafeteria exorcism?
Okay.
I feel you.
Alright.
I feel that, bro. 20 years later, Alice grapples with the past as her former leader draws closer to his parole date.
Ooh,
Well,
Yeah.
shit.
that sounds a little worse than cafeteria exorcism.
Yeah, it does. Sorry, Alice. I take it back. Don't know that feel. I like this cover. I like the colors on it. Night Wings.
What's the Hugo Award? I want to look that up.
I don't know, but we get a lot of people, so they just must hand them out to everybody.
Sounds legit.
This is apparently a classic, haunting and evocative look at a crumbling Earth of the distant future.
The Hugo Awards are a set of awards given annually for the best science fiction or fantasy works and achievements in the previous year.
That makes sense why we'd get a lot of
The-
them then.
Hugo Awards for this year will be held on August 20th, 2016.
Maybe we should do an episode about that.
Yeah, we like science fiction and fantasy.
Like, we can take a break from BookBub and just roast the best sci-fi fantasy of the year.
Yeah, that sounds
I actually like that idea.
We'll be like, this won an award for being the best thing written, and we already hate it.
So we read it, and not sure why.
Look at this. The Red Mohawk. It is free.
By
and
Anonymous?
It is by Anonymous.
Dude.
I can only assume it's the Beowulf poet.
Well, yeah.
When a serial killer starts butchering the residents of B-movie Hell, government agents are sent in to take out the psychopath, but they'll soon discover that this is a small town unlike any other, and everyone has a secret. The place is literally called B-movie Hell.
Is it, like, outside of Hollywood? What's going on here?
Oh, this anonymous author has a different series that is also popular. Everything's seems peaceful in the small town of B-movie Hell until a mysterious serial killer in a skull mask topped with a red mohawk shows up and starts butchering the locals.
Oh.
Government agents Jack Munson and Milena Fonseca are sent to track down and eliminate the masked psychopath, but they soon discover the residents in B-movie Hell don't want their help.
Oh. Weird, but okay.
Already a hit in France and Germany with film rights optioned by Tobey Maguire's Material
What?
Pictures. He's just all over this episode.
Jesus,
The Red
Toby.
Mohawk is a fun, outrageous, and bloody thriller full of cinematic references and homages to many cult movies. I'm not usually a fan of things where the selling point is, we reference movies, lol.
Yeah, same.
But this is free, and it sounds very different, and I really like that cover.
Yeah, I do really like that cover.
It is a neat one.
Forsaken. When Thad penned his most recent novel, his accounts of centuries-old witch trials started as fiction, but now he's opened a door, and what emerges is far more real and dangerous than anything he could have imagined. So it's Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
Book
thinking
one of
too.
the Shadow Cove Saga.
Wait, Shadow Cove, isn't that where Scooby-Doo takes place?
That sounds like somewhere Scooby and the gang would go. Yeah, it's not on the one that I sent you, but on mine it says, "From the witch trials of centuries past, bigger font, an evil awakens."
Oh my.
That one's not free. We only had like 2 free ones this
What
time.
the hell?
And last, this is gonna look familiar. The Back Passage.
Oh my god, why? Why?
When murder strikes at an English country house, Mitch and his lover are determined to find answers. Their investigation will take them on a fast-paced journey filled with twists, turns, and plenty of steamy moments.
Is this a queer cozy?
Yes. Yes, if the
It's-
title didn't already indicate, there's gonna be some butt stuff. Because we've had this author before, and he always has dudes with butts on the covers.
Dudes with butts, as if there are dudes
Yes.
without butts.
And they're always very, like a 12-year-old would laugh at the titles.
Dudes with butts.
Yeah, we've had, I don't remember what the other one was called, but like on it said the author of The Back Passage, and I was like, you are
Wait
kidding.
a second, that was like in book, or that was like in
Yeah, that
episode
was-
2
that
or
was
something.
quite a
like that,
while
wasn't
ago.
it? Because
That
it was
was
the
a
guy
while
just
ago, but
laying
we-
on the floor, right?
Yeah, we've had a recent one though. But we've definitely had Palace of Varieties. We have now had The Back Passage.
You can't even say it without laughing.
No, I can't because I am 12. The Low Road was the one that was in episode like 1 or
Right.
2 because I had to censor the butt.
Right, that's right, yes.
Have we had The Secret Tunnel?
I don't think so.
Apparently, he also has one called A Sticky End.
A
Yeah.
Sticky End?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That kind of hurts a little.
That's why I was laughing. I was like, well, we definitely haven't had a sticky end yet.
Nope.
That it's just kind of ew.
Well, that's
It's a
all
Mitchell
for
mystery.
today.
Mitch Mitchell.
What? Mitch? God damn
Sticky
it.
End is a Mitch Mitchell mystery! Why?
I like that alliteration, though.
Best friends and sometimes lovers, Edward Mitch Mitchell and Harry Boy Morgan have been in terrible jams before.
Oh, his name is Boy? They call him Boy?
Their adventures of murder, mystery, and unstoppable sex have made The Back Passage and The Secret Tunnel international bestsellers.
Unstoppable sex? Like, they start doing the sex and then it's like, we can't stop for anything. You can't interrupt
In
the
a
sex.
sticky end, Mitch must face the possibility that Boy is involved in the chain of events, own colleague, Paramore, Frank. To absolve Boy, Mitch races around London, finding clues while betting the many men eager to lend a hand or more.
Jesus
The policemen, working class gigolos, steam room bathers, embezzlers, and blackmailers that Mitch comes across create a tasty mystery and satisfying erotic romp.
Jesus Christ.
This was bonus book for book burning, by the way.
That is...
This is bonus book.
He's a fucking queer man whore. Like... What?
detective.
Slash detective. I missed that part.
Are you sure? Because it's a Mitch Mitchell mystery.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can't deal with this. That episode 16 was this, and it is the end of it now. And I'm gonna go to bed.
Good night.
Good night.